brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I am Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor G.C. Murmu on Monday called for doubling of efforts for bringing educational reforms in the Union Territory to achieve comprehensive development in the sector, an official spokesman said. He said the Lieutenant Governor inaugurated 15 important infrastructure projects of the School Education Department. The Lieutenant Governor called for doubling of efforts for bringing educational reforms in the UT to achieve a comprehensive development in the sector. In a major boost to the power sector in Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu on Monday inaugurated 10 power projects worth Rs 19.51 crore for districts Srinagar, Shopian, Anantnag, Budgam and Kulgam and laid foundation stones for 7 other costing Rs 30.35 crore for Srinagar, Pulwama, Anantnag and Baramulla districts of Kashmir. India's COVID-19 tally breached the 9 lakh mark as 28,498 new coronavirus cases were reported in the last 24 hours. As per the Health Ministry, there are a total of 9,06,752 coronavirus cases in the country, of which 3,11,565 patients are active cases, 5,71,459 patients have been cured or discharged, while 1 patient has been migrated. 553 more deaths due to COVID-19 were reported in the last 24 hours in the country, taking the number of patients succumbing to the virus to 23,727. The centre further informed that India's recovery rate from COVID-19 stands at 63.2%, while the recoveries and deaths ratio stood at 96.1% and 3.99% respectively. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has so far brought back over 2.13 lakh residents of the Union Territory who were stranded across the country due to restrictions imposed in wake of COVID-19 pandemic as per official data. They were brought to Jammu and Kashmir on special trains and buses, and all necessary guidelines and standard operating procedures for COVID-19 were followed. Jammu and Kashmir on Monday recorded 314 fresh COVID-19 cases, taking the Union Territory's tally to 10,827, while 8 more fatalities pushed the toll to 187. 225 of these cases were from the valley and 89 were from Jammu. Following the reports on violation of guidelines for visitors, Udhampur District Administration on Monday announced that only people having confirmed hotel bookings would be allowed to visit famous hill resort Patnitop from July 17th. The administration has also decided that no day picnickers would be allowed to visit hill resort. Several videos and photographs of Patnitop Hill Resort went viral in social media, where the visitors were found violating social distancing norms and were seen moving without face masks. The Indian and Chinese military will hold the 4th round of talks between their senior commanders on Tuesday, with a focus on finalizing modalities for the next phase of de-escalation and disengagement of troops in eastern Ladakh in a time-bound manner. The high-level meeting is scheduled to begin at 11:30 am in Trishul on the Indian side of the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. Divisional Commissioner Sanjeev Verma on Monday conducted a tour of Jammu city and took stock of upgradation development works required for development of the ever-busy Jammu Airport to Bikram Chowk Road. During the tour, the Divisional Commissioner visited Jammu Airport, where he directed the concerned department to formulate a plan for development of the area envisaging maintenance of road, dividers, footpath, installation of view cutters, plantation on dividers besides installation of tree guards. He also directed the PWD to repair and maintain the approach road to the airport. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh on Monday said, the collaborative projects have special significance for regions like Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh and the Northeast due to the constraints of topography, climatic challenges and geographical issues. Singh also said the experience has been that to ensure sustainable development, collaboration with credible private sector institutions, civil society organizations and recognized international agencies helps in overcoming many difficulties in achieving the desired goal. Lakes and Waterways Development Authority on Monday started the dredging of the settling basin at Telbal using the Pamposh crawl catch suction dredger. The dredging work was started to remove a huge quantity of silt that had accumulated in the settling basin, which otherwise has the carrying capacity of arresting 80,000 tons per annum of silt coming from catchment. The world-famous Dal Lake has about 375 square kilometers of catchment area, with forest and mountains, and apart from natural springs oozing water from the bed of the lake, the Telbal Nala feeds about 70% of water, which is one of the main freshwater feeding canal while passing through settling basin and finally culminates into the lake. In a first, the 49th IHGF Delhi Fair Virtual Edition, organized by Export Promotion Council for Handicrafts, was rolled out by the Union Minister for Textiles Smriti Irani on Monday. Over 1,500 manufacturers and exporters from all over the world are participating in the digital fair by displaying more than 2,000 product expressions. A large number of exporters from Jammu and Kashmir, whose movement passes were facilitated by the divisional administration, attended the inaugural function at SKIS Srinagar. The J&K Handicrafts and Handloom Department has made special arrangements for sponsoring the exporters from Jammu and Kashmir in the digital fair. SKIS also provided seamless internet connectivity that facilitated hassle-free virtual room experience to the participants from J&K. Financial Commissioner Revenue Dr. Pawan Kotwal on Monday chaired a pre-bid interaction to discuss requests for proposal with the prospective bidders for modernization of land records in the UT of J&K under Digital India Land Record Modernization Programme. Dr. Kotwal assured full support to the prospective bidders in the execution of work in the UT of J&K. Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam on Monday chaired the 46th meeting of Apex Projects Clearance Committee of J&K State Industrial Development Corporation Limited. The meeting was convened to discuss extension in validity of time period for provisional registration in favor of industrial units registered prior to 1st January 2016. At the outset, Chief Secretary reviewed the action taken report on the minutes of 45th APCC meeting. He maintained that in view of COVID-19 outbreak coupled with exodus of labour force, the amnesty relief being provided would facilitate establishing of industrial units at various industrial estates of Jammu and Kashmir. Reviewing Rural Development Department and Panchayati Raj schemes in the Kashmir Division, advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Ahmed Khan, launched National Electronic Fund Management System at Civil Secretariat Srinagar on Monday. While launching, the advisor said, this will go a long way in addressing the grievances of the workers associated with the various centrally sponsored schemes. It will pave the way for direct and faster release of wages under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act and other schemes. The head of the World Health Organization has warned that the COVID-19 pandemic is worsening globally and things won't return to the old normal for some time. At a press briefing on Monday, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that there will be no return to the old normal for the foreseeable future. Tedros said, while numerous countries, especially in Europe and Asia, have brought outbreaks under control, too many others are seeing virus trends move in the wrong direction.